It is a beautiful night for football here in the Midwest as we are at GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, Missouri. Tonight, it's our first Monday night game of the new season, and we've got a good one coming up, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the Kansas City Chiefs.
Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
Set now to wrap up a busy week of football. Happy to have you with us. And, folks, we are underway on Monday Night Primetime. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. First carry here for Ken Walker. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up 2nd down.
Taken down at the
a quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 4. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Consecutive runs of 6 yards gives him a 1st and 10.
But partner, the defense isn't going to adjust, and they keep giving them those 5, 6, 7-yard runs over and over. They're likely to run it the whole way to the end zone. They'll be more than happy to take the yardage available and save some of their other plays in the playbook for another time.
Still going inside the 20. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Ken Walker, 52 yards. And the Chiefs are on the board here first in the season opener.
We thought they may be a quick strike offense this season. That is lightning quick. Not bad for the first drive of the year.
That has to actually exceed expectations, doesn't it? Because most teams want to be a quick strike offense. They want to score as quickly as possible and run a defense into submission. What they have to understand is, while they got it done there, long way to go. Don't get discouraged if you have to run a few more plays on your next drive.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Looking to put a drive together. What play action? Here's Nix. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. 2nd and 10. Nix to the air. Man open. He's got it complete to Courtland Sutton. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
First down, Denver.
They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. Ooh, the juke. Taken down at the 42.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Nix from the shotgun. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chains, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
The Chiefs' 47-yard line.
To throw is Nix. Got a man open, it's Sutton. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 28. 18 big yards on that one and a Denver first. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his third completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And a top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of a story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. Dobbins. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. J.K. Dobbins. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Lutz good on the extra point. And we are tied at 7.
Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a very solid return out across the 45-yard line before going out of bounds.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
Oh, his first throw of the season is intercepted. Picked off by Riley Moss.
Brandon, it's not a bad time to take a shot downfield. You've got a 1st and 5, but you've got to hope that the worst thing that comes out of it is an incompletion. Instead, this is good coverage, and it winds up being intercepted.
And he's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. 2nd down now.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Throwing Nix.
And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
A 39-yard gain on the play. 1st down, Denver.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10.
A give up the middle to Dobbins. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he is into the end zone for a... J.K. Dobbins. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Lutz with the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7.
Broncos 14, Chiefs 7. To kick off for the Broncos.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
That's over the middle and caught by the rookie. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
2nd and 15 at the 47-yard line.
To throw, it's Mahomes. He's going to let this thing go deep for Caldwell. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
It's 4th down.
And here's Matt Araiza now.
Araiza in punt formation for the Chiefs.
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they fell behind early, but since then, 2 touchdowns and a 14-7 lead.
Yeah, they found the end zone on their first 2 drives, and even more so after the defense gave up the first lead. But these last 2 drives, obviously, they inspired their D because they shut them down the last time out. They hope to continue that string.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Another run here with Dobbins.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
48 yards rushing for him in his first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. Off the play fake, Nix. They'll let this go deep for Waddle.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
Oh, that's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
His throw incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time by manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Now it's Nix. He gets this underneath to Dobbins.
And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 4th down. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter, 14-7.
On 4th down, Jeremy Crawshaw on to punt.
And they'll go ahead and down this one right on the chalk of the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Penalty accepted, and that pushes him back 5.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Of course, that flag accepted, and it backs the ball up 5 yards.